Welcome to the No, I'm Ashley Jenkins. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired. I told you you're supposed to sleep at night, but instead I was bringing in the crops. Who needs health when you have things to do? Yeah, I'll save it for the patch. Anyway, I guess we're here to talk about news. So, hey, look at that Stardew Valley news. Some fans are fighting piracy in the most Care Bear way possible. The game, which became one of the most played titles on Steam over the weekend, mostly thanks to me, behind Dota 2 and Counter-Strike, has a grassroots effort by fans who want to pay it forward. Over at the game's subreddit, a number of threads broke out where people were just giving away free copies so other people could share in the farming simulator goodness. These kumbaya gestures culminated in a thread where Stardew Valley fans intentionally went out and found pirates to gift the game to. All of this good mojo has led to the game selling more than 300,000 copies on Steam already, so take that, DRM. All those pirates needed along was a good hug and maybe some warm fuzzies and maybe a game so good that you sort of feel bad pirating it. That's probably important too. Anyway, moving right along, it's finally Division Day. Ubisoft's new franchise launches today after years of teases, E3 trailers, and more betas than any apocalypse has a right to. But that hasn't stopped Ubisoft from maybe buying into their own hype just a little bit. Apparently, Ubisoft's marketers sent out an email claiming GameZone wrote that the Division blows Destiny out of the water. Strong words. However, the actual article merely states that the Division's beta blew Destiny's beta out of the water because it ended up with more players in the beta. To Ubisoft's credit, they did ask for permission to use the quote before actively misconstruing it, so it's not like it's completely dishonest on their part. But hey, just about every single perk, mission, weapon, and endgame content's been leaked by data miners, so you don't even have to play the game to judge for yourself. That's the future, everyone. We'll be able to judge Batman vs. Superman for ourselves when that movie finally arrives March 25th. Feels like we talk about this movie every single roundup, but that's mostly because we can't escape it. As ever, we've had a slew of news over the last few days, including that early data projects an opening weekend of more than $300 million. That would place it 5th among superhero movie openers behind the Avengers movies, Spider-Man 3, and Iron Man 3. Really, Spider-Man 3's that far up there? Still, come on. We've also recently learned what's in that mysterious R-rated version of the movie coming to home video. For any of you hoping for some hot and dirty 50 Shades of Wayne, looks like you're gonna be disappointed. The version reportedly just has some longer versions of the film's more intense scenes. And last from the DC universe, J.K. Simmons is switching sides from Marvel to the Justice League, where he'll be playing Commissioner Gordon? I mean, I guess that's who Marvel sent back in exchange for Ryan Reynolds. In more comic book movie news, seriously, we could devote an entire roundup to comic book movies these days because that's all there is out there. Sony has greenlit a standalone Venom movie. Oddly enough, the movie reportedly has nothing to do with the new Spider-Man films being co-produced by Marvel and Sony. And not only will the film be completely separate from the new Spider-Man reboot, but it's also set to launch its own franchise because, of course it is. This seems about as ill-advised as Sony's original plans to make a Sinister Six a spin-off, but you can't blame them for wanting an unlikely Deadpool hit of their own. On the bright side, literally anything they do with the character should easily top their attempts with Spider-Man 3. Why did that get so much money? How did it do that? It was just like an elaborate troll, the whole thing. And speaking of elaborate trolls, hey, nobody could tell whether or not the founder of 4chan, Chris Poole, was trolling us all when he announced that he's now an employee of Google. Yeah, really. The infamous Moot posted the news via Twitter and Tumblr yesterday, stating that he can't wait to bring dozens of years of community building to the company. Google has since confirmed the announcement, and it looks like Poole will be joining the Google Plus team. I'm not sure if it's more shocking that the founder of 4chan is joining Google or that Google Plus still exists. I thought we killed that, but there you go. The last time we talked about Google on Twitter, it wasn't exactly nice, so maybe their relationship is all patched up now. Money will do that. We can only hope for the strange crossover memes we could get as a result of this new venture. One thing you probably want a little bit more than Google Plus, unless you're dead, is more Portal, and fortunately for you, Valve is delivering. Sort of. Before you get too excited by that segue, it's only coming to Steam VR. Yesterday, Valve announced that it's bringing a compilation of new VR experiments set in the Portal universe to the Vive later in the spring. The new Portal content, dubbed The Lab, will supposedly offer fans some cool ways to experience room-scale VR in the beloved Aperture Science universe. If you're worried about whether or not this means you've got to go $800 in on the Vive now, you'll at least be able to see some of the content when they demo it at GDC next week. For now, all we know is that it's set in one of the pocket universes of Aperture Science, which were first mentioned in Valve's Robot Repair VR demo. John McAfee, founder of McAfee Antivirus Software, admitted that he totally lied when he said he could break the encryption on the infamous iPhone central to Apple's dispute with the FBI. Back when that fiasco started, McAfee stated in a round of interviews that he could crack the encryption with ease. He's now admitted that he totally made that up to, quote, get a shitload of public attention. McAfee unloaded this revelation in an interview with the Daily Dot this week before changing his mind and telling him that he could in fact break the encryption for real now. The interview is really weird because he says he'll tell them the secret off the record, to which they said, no, this is all on the record. Then he tells them what it is anyway, and then gets mad and hangs up on them. Classic McAfee. Nobody's going to be crying over McAfee being batshit crazy because it's just too fun, but Neil Gaiman fans may be a little bit upset after this weekend news broke regarding the Sandman movie. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who was set to produce and perhaps star in Gaiman's critically acclaimed comic book series, has now pulled out of the project. According to JGL, who made the announcement via Facebook, he and the team at New Line simply don't see eye to eye on what makes Sandman special. New Line has recently been handed the project by Warner Brothers, and this is definitely a bummer for fans who are excited about Gordon-Levitt's passion for Sandman. The film has been in a special circle of development hell for years, and it looks like it may just be on its way back, but better that than a shitty movie, right? As one comic book story comes to a close, another may be starting in real life. This weekend, a Florida scuba diver got sucked into a nuclear power plant and survived, which is basically the origin story to the next Scuba Men series. It's super boring. The diver and his friend were reportedly boating off the coast of Hutchinson Island when they decided to check out 3 large shadows under the waves. Have we not learned anything about mysterious shadows under the water, people? Really? Why would you do that? When the diver went to investigate, it turned out the shadows were intake pipes and one of them sucked him in. He traveled down the pipe for 5 minutes in darkness before being spit back up inside the nuclear power plant, presumably with some kind of powers. Fortunately, the diver survived and appears to be mutation-free for now. But seriously guys, stay away from mysterious shadows in the ocean. That never ends well. Still, it's hard to blame people for their curiosity, which is probably why scientists are finally drilling into the site of the asteroid that sent the dinosaurs packing 66 million years ago. The Chicxulub crater, located in the Yucatan Peninsula in the Gulf of Mexico, is believed to be the site of the asteroid that may have kept us from riding dinosaurs to work, so thanks for nothing, asteroid. The team plans to take a diamond-tipped drill right into the center of the crater, hoping to learn more about how the peak rings in craters form. They also hope to discover clues about how life on Earth came back after the devastating asteroid pulled a deep impact on us. So, hey, hopefully we'll learn something cool besides the fact that a really big rock slamming into our planet is no bueno, because that seems obvious. If nothing else, maybe they can tie in some viral marketing for Jurassic Universe or whatever the next movie they're making is. And that about closes up the roundup. Tell us what you think of these stories in the comments, and for real, let's talk about Stardew Valley on the patch, okay? It's a killer. For more geeky updates in which we'll look for excuses to mention Stardew Valley any chance we can get, like this video and subscribe to the Now. I was up so late last night, you guys. I'm like halfway through autumn. It's my first autumn. Gonna invest in some sprinklers. Look, this is big news, okay? It takes gold to get some good sprinklers going. I don't know why, but it does, and I'm gonna do it.